Hello and welcome to the United Stand. We're back. This is going to happen through the summer. We'll do the half-8 show and then we'll be back a couple of hours later. Alvaro Morata is why we are back. It was sort of bubbling up, wasn't it, a couple of hours ago? A few of you were mentioning Morata, it's a done deal. I don't know whether you were getting calls or whatever, but there is something in this. There is definitely something in it. He's cut his honeymoon short. He's back in Madrid to finalise this deal to Manchester United that he wants, and he desperately wants to get back on his honeymoon, and he's pressing Real Madrid to accept the deal because he wants to go. A second thing, I don't know whether you've picked up on this, but it was another thing that Matthew Morgan, I must give him a shout out, he did DM us about this, and he said that, we've double checked it as well, that Real Madrid are going to sign Sandro. Apparently he was going to go to Everton, they're going to sign Sandro. He's a forward, which would be a sort of bench replacement for Morata. And finally, the deal is apparently going to be in the next 48 hours. I know we've heard that for the last 2 weeks, so maybe don't get too excited about the 48 hours thing. To be honest with you, from what I've heard and people are saying, I expect it to be done in the next 24 for what that matters. I think it will be done in the next 24 hours. £62 million. £62 million. Well, that is very, very encouraging. And for those who are asking, it's all over. There's a lot of outlets reporting this now. The honeymoon thing is factual, that he has come back from his honeymoon and he is in Madrid. The price, I wouldn't put my reputation on it for what that's worth, but £62 million. And the Sandro thing isn't confirmed yet either, but apparently Real Madrid have gazumped Everton, who thought they had that tied up, and he would be a sort of backup player, their replacement for Morata. So lots of things falling into place, but £62 million, what do you think about that? If we get Morata for £62 million, I'll tell you what, for all the stuff we've been getting in the press and the papers, Jamie Butler's saying we're possibly overpaying for a sub at Madrid. No, I think we've heard 80 million, we've heard 70 million. Well, 70 million is about 62 million sterling pounds. I think that's reasonable in the way the market is this summer. 62 million pounds for Morata, who's 24. He's played at Juventus, he's played at Real Madrid. Everywhere he's been, he's scored goals and shown a lot of potential. He's crying out for a number 9 consistent position, which is Mourinho will give him. Mourinho knows him very, very well because he gave him his debut at Real Madrid. Let's not forget that Mourinho's not sort of... You know, if Mourinho signed Belotti, as much as I like Belotti, Mourinho's never worked with Belotti. Mourinho's worked with Morata. He knows what Morata's all about. He knows what Manchester United are all about after this year that he spent there. And he obviously feels that Morata is the number 9 that he wants at Manchester United. And people can say he's a bench player from Real Madrid, a bit of a reject, whatever. But £62 million gets you a decent striker, and I think Morata, we're going to get that. He is quick. He can run the channels, he holds the ball up, he can run with the ball, he's good in the air, he's good at shooting outside the box, he's good off both feet. What more do you want for a British number 9? He's not British, he's Spanish, but what more do you want for a Premier League number 9 who will play in Britain? Is my point. He's also, I've got to say this as well, and I'll say it when he's officially unveiled as well. He played with Pogba for a season. I mean, these things are very important. The fact that he's been managed by Mourinho and Mourinho gave him his debut, and he's openly said he was indebted to Mourinho for that and he enjoyed working with him. The fact that he's played with Pogba is very important because Pogba will become our... Pogba, if you look at the Pogba-Zlatan relationship, Pogba set up a lot of chances for Zlatan and others last season. So the understanding between Pogba and Morata is very, very important, and they've got that experience at Juventus. So it's in a relationship that, yeah, it's been apart for a year, but it's one that shouldn't take too long to rekindle, and they will know. I mean, I've played football, you've played football. I might not have played with some of the lads I used to play with for 3 or 4 years, but if you put us on the pitch and 5 aside or 11 aside, I know exactly how somebody plays. I know what runs they make. I know what they're like over 2 yards. I know what their positional sense is. You know. So Pogba will know that about Morata, and Morata will know that about Pogba. For those who are joining us slightly late, just to recap, really, while we have gone live, we don't normally go live at this time. We do it. We have done it over the last few summers. We'll go live at 11, half 10, half 11. We were live at half 11 the other night about Fabinho, weren't we, from Demarcio? So we won't do it unless it's something that we feel it's worth going live about credibly. And Morata is apparently going to sign for Manchester United in the next 48 hours. I'd close that to 24, but that might be optimistic. But I think 24 hours. £62 million deal. He has officially cut short his honeymoon. He wants to go back on his honeymoon. Manchester United won't be back training till July the 10th, so he can get this deal done, go back on his honeymoon. 62 million, like I said, and also just in the last half an hour I've seen this, that Real Madrid are trying to gazump Everton for Sandro, who is a forward who would go on the bench and replace Morata. So lots and lots going on. MUFC Forever says, what's your source? Various sources. The honeymoon one is pretty much official. The £62 million is across quite a few people, as is the 48 hours and the Sandro thing as well. This is super news, says David. He isn't worth 62 million in my opinion. We could have got Aubameyang for less than that, says Widham7. Look, Widhams, I'm not gonna contradict that. I'm gonna, you know, Aubameyang was my first choice. Yes, he was. But it doesn't look like we're going to get Aubameyang, or will we? You know, we've always said that we'd probably need two forwards, especially if Rooney goes. If Rooney goes, Zlatan is not available. You've got Rashford. I'd like to see Martial used as a striker, but we probably need to use him out on the left more than do as a striker. Is two strikers enough? Rashford and Morata. I still feel that we need another one. I don't think that we would bring Morata and Aubameyang in there. I must not get people's hopes up there. Morata is coming to Manchester United because he wants to be number 9, and I'm pretty convinced that that is what Mourinho is offering him. He's offering him that position. I think he'll score goals for fun at Manchester United. I really do. If we have the season we had last season, I think he'll score goals for fun, because Zlatan, as good as he is, one of the world's best strikers, he wasn't very quick and he missed a lot of chances. I think if Morata is given the opportunities Zlatan got last year, he'll score at least 28 goals, probably more. And he's got a point to prove. And the one thing I would say about Real Madrid that came out yesterday was that in relation to the price that they were trying to get for United, is that 1, he's now a Spanish international regular, is that 2, there isn't many number 9s around at the moment, and 3, he's 24, he's done a lot. And he's still got 2 years, 3 years before he hits his prime. So there is more growth there to be had. As I described Morata, he's the 8 out of 10 striker. He's 8 out of 10 at most things. Pace, ability in the air, ability to run with the ball, hold it up. 6'2" as well, doesn't get mentioned a lot, but to get us, you know, most strikers these days are around 6 foot. To get them extra 2 inches will be helpful. It makes him a threat in the air. It makes him strong. Yeah, very, very good. Can we still get Matuidi, says Jeffrey? Ah, oh, God knows. God knows. David says Morata is clinical, which is exactly what we need. And Sikwani says Aubameyang goes to the AFCON. We don't want anyone who goes. We've already got players who go to there. Where does this leave De Gea, says Kieran Evans? Firmly in a Manchester United shirt, I hope. What I must also add is that Rodriguez tonight is Italian press seems to be very, very good. I said this last year and I'll say it again. Italian press seems to be very good, especially around Premier League deals. Well, there's Italian press tonight saying that 80 million euros for Rodriguez to Manchester United. James Rodriguez, which Rodriguez and Morata have got a very good relationship as well. They're very good. Especially look towards the end of last season when they were coming on for Real Madrid. Morata and Rodriguez have got a very good understanding. Whether we can get now, just to come back to that De Gea comment from Kieran, I think we can get away with getting Morata without losing De Gea to Real Madrid. But I think if we go for anybody else like Rodriguez and we still keep De Gea, that would be very impressive. Because I just think how much business do we think we can get away with Real Madrid before they actually take De Gea off us? So, but that is there. Rodriguez, I've heard stuff today, and I've always said that Rodriguez to Manchester United could happen, even though I probably don't expect it to. But Rodriguez is going to go somewhere. Of that, there is no doubt. Rodriguez will go somewhere, whether it's Manchester United or not, remains to be seen. But Morata, very, very happy about that. I'm not surprised by it. What Rodney was saying before on the Half 8 show tonight, that look, we all thought Griezmann was going to happen, so to just totally expect Morata to happen would be slightly naive, because he is anything can happen. But yeah, other than that, I'm very, very happy. It's not official. People are saying, is this official? It's not official yet. Of course it's not official. But if you've been with the United stand for a long time, you will know we have historically reacted to news when we feel it's credible to react to. I mean, you'll know that this time of night there's all sorts of stuff going out because it's the morning papers releasing stuff. But when there are a number of things like that, we know for a fact that Morata is in Madrid. He's cut his honeymoon short. He will want to go back on that honeymoon. He is not going to be happy if this is dragging on for another week while he's sat in Madrid, probably in a hotel room, trying to get this sorted out. £62 million is very, very encouraging if that is the fee. And what I always say this as well is that, you know, fees will get banded about, but the reality is apparently we were going to sign Lindelof for 50 million. We got him for just over 30. Apparently we were going to sign Morata for 80. It looks like we're going to get him for just over 60, which, to be honest, 60 million for Morata is probably about right. And Madrid looking like they're going to move quickly to find a replacement to sit on their bench in Sandro. So, yeah, interesting. Lewis James says Raji Nainggolan news. It is interesting about that. Again, in Italy, they're sort of reporting that United are making a big deal. I'm going to talk about that on the transfer show tomorrow morning, to be honest, in relation to Nainggolan. There's a few things I want to say about that. But if things are to be believed, he is the #1 choice. Is Matic a smokescreen? Matic certainly appears not to be the first choice for the centre defensive midfield position. I would imagine Nainggolan was, because we've been linked to him even through Di Marzio for about 2 or 3 months. So, but the indication was that he wants to stay in Rome. We'll have to wait and see. But of course we'd love to sign him. Of course we would. Who cares about the money? We have the best fans, says Shorty. When do you think Rashford could be in Man United's main striker, says Element Gaming 390, which is always a very important thing to consider, because Morata is the future, of course. This will make you laugh about Aubameyang. It'll make you feel absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Apparently he's off to China. Which... it's a measure of the man. A measure of the man, really, if he's off to China. That is from Bild, who are German-based. We knew that Aubameyang would make a move this summer. And it's looking like he may well be off to China, which would be unbelievable. Unbelievable. I suppose people just put money before their career, don't they? Do I think Morata will score over 20 goals? I thought he said 20. He did say 20. United in the stands. Do I think Morata will score over 20 goals in the league? Yes, I do. I think he will. A lot of people on about Di Marzio. If you could tell me what Di Marzio said. I did just have a quick look. A lot of people were reporting the Rodriguez deal. Yeah, I can't tell you whether we're going to sign Fabinho. I can't tell you whether we're going to sign Perisic. I think Morata is very, very interesting. I think it will happen. I've got a feeling it'll happen tomorrow. I might be wrong, tomorrow or Thursday. But Tyres is not official yet. It's not official yet. It's just getting very, very close. Morata's wife followed us on Instagram last night. Then she unfollowed us. Deal is not completed. The deal is not completed, but it is meant to be being completed in the next 24 to 48 hours. It's a £62 million deal. He is, this is official, he is in Madrid. He has cut short his honeymoon. He wants to go back on his honeymoon and he wants to sign for Manchester United. It is now about when that will happen in the next 2, 1 or 3 days. It will happen because you want to get back on that wedding, won't he? I did say at the weekend, I think there'll be 2 done by the weekend. By the Sunday show, I think there will be 2. There is no news from Di Marzio. Thanks, Louise. I didn't think there was. Scored 2 on his debut. Look, I'm very happy with the Morata deal. I know it's not sensational, Aubameyang or Ronaldo or whatever, but we're never going to get Ronaldo anyway. And Ronaldo doesn't want to play as a number 9. As a number 9, if you look around world football at the moment for a number 9 that's available, you're basically going to take Aubameyang, Lukaku, Belotti or Morata. Lukaku I didn't want. Aubameyang looks like he wants to go to China, which is just unbelievable. Belotti I like, but I understand why a lot of people wouldn't. Morata is probably the safest option. And also, as I said at the start, Morata's got the Mourinho knowledge and vice versa. And he's also played with Pogba. And as I said on the show yesterday, look, Mourinho plays the percentages game. And Morata is the percentages striking out of those 4 because he's good at everything. He's got a little bit of growth in him still. And Mourinho knows what he's all about. And Pogba knows what he's all about. So looking at a safe signing, he is the safest one. So very, very, very happy when that deal is official. It won't be announced officially tonight, by the way. It will be in the next couple of days. But 62 million. I think that's a very good price. I'm wanting to see what people think about 62 million, but I think it's a very, very good price. As Louise says, Morata is very much underrated. I can't wait for his reunion with Pogba. We've got to do a medical, obviously, 0-star, which is exactly why he's going to have to go from Madrid to Manchester. Or what they might do is get the deal done with Real Madrid, send him back on his honeymoon, and announce the deal officially in July. But do what we did with Lindelof and say, pending the medical, he is a Manchester United player. I do know someone called Icardi Doug, but he isn't leaving Inter Milan as far as I know. And Icardi was up there for me, but we're not going to sign Icardi. There is an update on Perisic, which I'll give you in the morning. I don't want to bombard you, and it's all a bit. It's a bit like that at the moment around Inter, and I've not got the time to get into it, so I'll give you it on the morning show. FIFA CM Sports says more bullshit rumours. Well, you know, sometimes, yes, I would agree with you, and it would have been easy for us to wait until the 7 o'clock show tomorrow and include it in there. But we do make decisions, and to be honest with you, I think we're right to go live off this, and I think we will be proved right. We've been wrong in the past. Last summer, Mbolo, for anybody who remembers that, I got that one massively wrong. But we've also been very right, and I think now is the time to sort of come out with the Morata deal and say that it is pretty much going to happen. And £62 million is good. Tonio says, to be honest, 62 million is good business considering Real were reportedly begging for 78 million, and that's very important to remember. Onyx says 62 million is about right in this market, and I agree with you. Beck Howell says like, share and subscribe. And what about Martial? Casper, if we sell Martial, I think there's going to be a meltdown. Some people are saying 62 million is a steal. I don't want Higuain, Tom Sampson, and he'd cost a lot more. Pogboom, you've pretty much predicted what I was going to talk about tomorrow, but develop a little bit. And Clifford's very happy with the price, considering Real Madrid will set the price. And Wilcott is available if this falls through. Jamie Gallagher's made a contribution. Thanks, James Gallagher. He says 62 million. Bargain in today's market for his talent, which I agree with you. He's a top talent, and I really do rate him. Really do rate him, and I think he's going to work out really, really well for Manchester United. So, yeah, very, very happy. Very, very happy with it. Not official yet. We'll go live when it is official, but I'm happy with the price. I'm happy that he's come back to Madrid to force this move. Remember, he's come off his honeymoon. Clearly wants to get the deal done. Clearly, we want players who want to come to Manchester United. And like I say, the price is very, very good. So Kieran Masson, 62 million is a good deal for all parties involved. And it will probably prompt Real Madrid to go and sort the Mbappe deal. So, I mean, we'd like Mbappe. I don't think he's coming to Manchester United, but it'll be funny when Real Madrid sign him because Arsenal really think they're signing him. So that'll be funny as well. Drop a like on the video, please. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Make sure you click that bell so you get notified when we go live. We schedule shows at 7 AM with the Transfer Daily and 8:30 every night. But through the summer, you will get shows like this where Friday we were live at 11:30 at night. Tonight live at 10 to 11, sometimes 10:30. If something happens that's worth it, we'll react. And there's a lot out there about this 62 million. There's a lot out there, and we know that Morata's in Spain. I don't think his wife's with him, so he's going to want to get back to that marital bed very, very quickly, isn't he? Thanks everyone for watching, and I'm with you, Oberon. I think he will become a fan favourite very quickly. He's a likeable bloke, and he's a very good player. Thanks. I shall speak to you all very soon. Back tomorrow at 7 AM actually with a couple of things I want to discuss that I can't discuss tonight. So I'll see you at 7 AM. Thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, Morata could be tomorrow. Could be tomorrow. That's my prediction. A lot of people are saying Thursday. I think it might happen tomorrow. Pogboom says his notifications never work. Few people just saying that. Look, if you are subscribed, go down to underneath and you'll see a bell. Make sure you've clicked that bell, even if it means turning it off and on. And if you are a new subscriber, click the subscribe, click the bell, because then you'll get notified when we're live. It does play up sometimes. I don't know why. And Louise says, hopefully Nainggolan and Fabinho to United next, and no Matic. Well, that would be a great, great summer. Cheers, everyone. I meant to finish the video, but I'm still reading the comments and I've stayed live.